Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Finished up baby step number 3, which is I did 1 year of a fully funded emergency fund just because I'm a little bit paranoid. But
okay.
So basically, I'm still step 4, step 5 done, working on. But what I'm struggling with is step 6, paying off my home early.
Okay.
So essentially, I have $500 a month to play with. I only owe $107,000 left on my mortgage. And to me, I think that I'm ready to build wealth and start investing that $500 versus paying down my home's equity. So I'm just calling in to kind of get a little insight on what I should do.
And you're already investing your 15%, correct, off your gross?
Correct, into my employer's 401k.
So tell us why you're struggling with doing all 3 simultaneously. Because we found that people who walk the baby steps, when they embrace this method, most people pay off their home within 7 to 10 years. And we've done the largest study of millionaires that there are. And we have found that most millionaires, 67% of millionaires, have paid for homes that they paid off. And it makes up about a third of their investment portfolio as a whole. The other 2/3 goes towards, their employer-based retirement accounts, or if they have Roth IRAs, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. I guess my big thing is I know my house isn't going to be, it's kind of at its max equity in my opinion, because it's not in the nicest area or anything like that. So paying that off quickly versus having the money invested, I feel like the money invested, I get a bigger ROI in my investment long term.
What's your mortgage rate?
My mortgage rate is 3.25%.
Okay. And you're saying I'd rather invest that extra $500 instead of paying down this 3.25% mortgage?
Correct.
And what would you invest it in?
Right now, my mortgage payment right now is only $800 a month, and that's including escrow.
And what's your income?
My income is about $65,000 to $70,000 a year, depending on commissions.
Okay.
And how old are you? Sorry, one more question.
27.
Okay.
So the truth is you're going to become a millionaire regardless of what you do if you just consistently invest and never go into debt again. So what you're trying to do here is you're saying I want to build wealth faster in the short term, maybe. Because you're also speculating that your investment will make more than your forced pay down of 3.25%.
Right.
So what would you invest it into?
Some kind of mutual fund that's tracking the top companies.
Okay. And how long would you leave that money in there?
Since I'm only 27, probably till I'm in retirement age.
Okay. Well, the other piece is, what if we could free up that mortgage payment you're making? Or at least most of it, aside from property taxes and insurance. How much is actually going to principal and interest out of that payment?
So the payment's $880 a month. $700 of it is going to principal and interest. So the other $180 goes to my insurance and taxes.
That feels real low. But okay, so let's imagine you freed up $700 in the next few years by aggressively paying down the mortgage.
That's $1,200 you could be investing.
That's serious.
Right.
And you're also not taking into account that the mutual fund could go up and down over time, and you're going to be watching that money, and you're counting on this spread to happen. And so at the end of the day, you might make some money, you might not, but I would rather see you be free psychologically, emotionally, and financially by paying off the mortgage.
Yeah, that's a big part of this that I think you can't factor into an equation is the peace that you feel when you pay off a mortgage.
Because you just told me you were paranoid to the fact that you have a year of emergency fund, but you're not paranoid about owing $107,000 to a lender who could take away your home if something happened.
I can see how that's contradicting for sure.
So if I'm you, if you're truly paranoid, then I would want to see you pay off your house super fast.
Mm-hmm. And if you hated the way it felt, then you could always borrow against it and get a mortgage again. But no one ever does because they love living in a paid-for home.
Yeah, definitely. I just got to get over the fact that I'm no longer seeing any type of account grow, because what I liked about the emergency fund is I'm seeing that account grow.
You are seeing 15%.
Balances grow.
You are seeing it grow. I think people forget, like every time you pay off your mortgage, that's money back in your pocket. Every time you make payments, it's money back in your pocket. It's
you're
for
not losing
savings,
that equity,
and it's equity.
And even if you're not in a great area, you still could build another $107,000 in equity. Your house isn't going down in value.
No,
unless you live in a mobile home.
Do you?
Right. I do actually. Yes.
then your house is
then
going
your house
down
is
in
going
value.
down in value. You should have listen. You should have
Don't
told
bury
us
the
that
lead
from
here.
the jump, Chase. Let's re-talk about this because, yeah, I don't necessarily like the idea of you staying in a home, in quotes, that's going down in value.
Regardless of pay it off early or not, you need to get out of this mobile home.
And the good news is you've got a bunch of money sitting there. You've got 6 months of savings that you don't necessarily need. You could put that towards a down payment if you wanted to, since you oversaved.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I'm on a good sized lot, so I could probably sell it for like 225, 230.
So you would walk away with $100,000 in equity?
Oh, yeah, about that or more.
Then that's the move. If I'm you, by the way, what do you have saved? Tell me how much you had.
In my emergency savings, I have 20,000, but then in my retirement accounts, I have 70,000.
So the 20K, that's your 1 year of saved expenses?
Yeah, because my expenses just total $1,500 a month.
Okay.
Times 12 is only 18,000.
Then I changed my
overdid it
advice.
a little bit.
I changed my advice. I would not touch that because I think wherever you're moving to next, 20K is probably going to cover you for 3 to 6 months. But I would get out of this mobile home and I would try to recoup whatever you can and get as much value out of it while you still can. But you're right. Staying in it, you're just losing money hand over fist month by month.
I've never seen a millionaire say the key to becoming wealthy was I got in a mobile home and the payment I would have paid, I put into investments. I think you're going to be wealthy, and I don't think this strategy is going to have anything to do with it.
And then I think you're going to feel way better about paying off said mortgage because it's actually going to be a mortgage that actually does go up in value and you can buy in a better neighborhood. Now what you were saying makes a lot more sense for George and I, but I think that's definitely going to be the move going forward.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.